Monsters, welcome back. Getting back into mobilizing the ankle. We've had a couple of questions in about plantar fasciitis or the pain and tenderness underneath the heel. Most often, in the morning, taking those first couple of steps, it's absolutely excruciating. If you've had that, you know it. Well, a close, very close and intimate cousin would be the Achilles tendonitis. So we're going to kind of lump those two together. We can also kind of almost look at bunion as being a little bit more distant relative, but still being within kind of this posterior chain, either lack of range of motion or lack of control. And that's really what it is. The classic plantar fasciitis is from that lack in range of motion, too much tension from the arch, too much tension from the calf and Achilles, not enough ankle range, and we're just tugging on the underside of that Achilles. Another way to do it is kind of a sloppy foot. So a lot of over and excessive range of motion that also creates a tug, but just because it's holding on for dear life, that under part or the arch of the foot. So we're gonna look at kind of both and what we need to do. For the one that is more of the tension, we wanna have a stretch, something a go-to that you can go to throughout the day, because a lot of people, they not only have it in the morning, but they go to work, they sit down for 4 or 5 hours, they're plowing away at work, and then they go to stand up and initiate into that dorsiflexion or walking event, and it's just excruciating. So we want to be able to do some things sporadically throughout the day, not just associated with a lacrosse ball or an ice, a bottle of ice, or a water bottle filled with ice that a lot of people will roll on. So we have this calf and Achilles stretch that we can set up. It's kind of your classic stretch. We get the toes pointed straight towards the wall. There's 2 ways. The first way, we're going to keep the knee straight. We're going to drive the hip forward and go right in through the ankle here. Now we're going to do a triplanar stretch. So what I'm going to do is take this leg and just kind of drive it forward. I don't want to see this, whoa, what am I doing here? It's more, I'm just giving myself a little bit of an impulse to go a little bit farther. So max stretch, just off. Max stretch, just a little bit off, but we're maintaining tension through the calf and through the Achilles the whole time, really kind of pushing against the wall to drive the heel down into the ground. Once I'm done with that, I can spend a minute or so doing that. I can go side to side. So it's tough to see here. If I was doing it like so, you see side to side, just like so. The same idea is as I'm going side to side, I'm staying in the business, okay? I'm staying in that stretch. I don't want to see side to side like so, where I'm not getting any stretch on that tissue. The next one is rotate, and you see I'm kind of picking up my arch here and then closing it down. You can fake this by just moving through the hip and not through the ankle, but what we really want to do is have the hip guide the axis of rotation to be at the ankle itself and the arch going back and forth like so. So that's the first variant. The second variant, and the first variant is much more up for the top part of the calf. The second variant is going to be this one where we're going to bend that knee forward and kind of kick the hip back. A cue that I give is kind of try and pretend that you're going to sit back down on your heel as you do this. Well, we get this starting to get more in the Achilles, the soleus, posterior tibialis kind of area. And we just do the same thing. Triplanar stretching. We spend some time going forward, some time going side to side, and then also picking up the arch and setting it down. So that's a very good way to start attacking it if the issue is actually a tension-related issue. If it's not, you go into your toe, the towel clenches. If I just sit here and I kind of squeeze up my toes, drive my kind of big heel into the ground, try and pick up my arch, and then I kind of go down into a dip drive position, trying to hold onto the arch. Now I want 3 points of contact, or actually I'd say 4 points of significant contact. We'd say the heel, the outside part of the foot, the ball of the foot, as well as the big toe. If you want to say that this is 2, then you can say 4 points of contact. If you want to count it as 1, you can say 2 points of contact. But we're really going to think of drive knees out to pick up arch, dip, drive, dip, drive. Now, if you can do this, it's generally not a stability issue. But if that's kind of a hard or difficult position to feel, you know that you got kind of a sloppy foot going through your bottom positions of a squat, a dip drive, a double under, a box jump, all of those positions that we use our triple extension. If you're collapsing through that arch, it's going to be a major problem. So if you're having an issue with the bottom of your foot, first kind of identify, is this a tension issue or is this a control issue? If it's tension, plow away on those stretches. If it's control, use that drill to kind of wake up the bottom of the foot and then reevaluate, what is my foot doing when I go to load in the bottom of a triple flexion position as I progress back up to that triple extension in any movement I do, from a squat to a deadlift to our Olympic lifting, jump rope, box jump, all of those things, wall ball, you kind of get the drift. We have to really pay attention. If I had one or the other, I'd rather have it be the tension because I only got to focus on one thing, get my stretching in. If it's more of the control, man, you got to pay attention. Hopefully that helped. Good luck.